Abubakar, Professor Abubakar Yakubu.
Thank you very much. I want to congratulate the keynote speaker, Professor Isali Pantami, and the lead paper presenter, Associate Professor Mohamed Amin, who happens to be one of my colleagues in the same lab. We worked in the same lab in Malaysia. I believe you will know who is speaking. I want to congratulate both speakers. They've said a lot about AI. First to our former Honorable Minister, Professor Isali Pantami. The question regularly in my mind is, which Amir raised, is an issue that is everywhere within the world. It's the issue of internet connections. And we know very well in Nigeria, we have challenges when it comes to connections with the internet. AI, yes, has come to stay whether we like it or not. But the challenges, one of the biggest challenges we're going to have in Nigeria is the issue of connectivity to the internet. AI will fail in areas where there are no internet connections. And so it's advisable right now for us to begin to come up with policies that will support AI development and usage in our institutions. However, I will know there are challenges. So for my professor, Isa Ali Pantami, using your position, I don't know what you will do to spearhead this struggle of proper connections to the internet within Nigeria. For Amiruddin, I want to congratulate you for being the head of a computational research now in UPM. Like I said, he was my lab mate. I feel happy that today he's the head of a computational AI in UPM. So for Amiruddin, you talked about using drone for a local, when you have challenge with internet, you're using drone to do some connections with students in local area where there are challenges. I really want, though we don't have time, it would have been better for us to understand more in this your technology, the technology you have used, or what part of AI you used in doing those connections. So is Abubakar speaking, your colleague in the lab, if you still remember. So thank you very much.
Okay, so I think with this question, I would like to give the keynote speaker the opportunity to respond to some of the questions. Thank you, sir.
So, good morning. Okay, it could be good evening to the lead speaker. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends on from where you join the international conference virtually. I have 3 questions to respond to. Number 1 from Aminu Sulaiman, who asks a question with regards to the application of AI in business. Yeah, AI is applicable to businesses. That is why in London Business School, I know there is a course where they teach students, and also as part of their short courses where businessmen are encouraged to go and learn how AI is applicable to their business. There are so many ways AI can add value to your business, and it will help you in decision making by helping you to identify new business opportunities among others. So in real sense, AI is applicable to each and every area, and that is why I cited that example during the presentation of the keynote. So there are so many ways that AI is applicable to business. Secondly, the second question from Dr. Omar Adam with regards to the way and manner we can support our institutions when it comes to developing our indigenous solutions in AI. I believe there are so many institutions in Nigeria that give either research grant or they support startups. This will fall under the startup category. While in office as a member of the Federal Executive Council, on the 19th of October 2022, I was able to achieve the signing of Nigeria Startup Act, which happens to be one of the most important legislations to support our startups and also our innovators in Nigeria. In that law, that has been approved, there is a provision for research grant, seed of funding, loan, among many others. And there are institutions of government that have been mandated to provide funding for our innovators year in, year out. I recommend to you to look into the Nigeria Startup Act and see how you can leverage on that and ensure that any innovation you come up with will be supported by government or other private institutions. And the last question that I couldn't hear the name of the questioner clearly, with regards to internet in Nigeria. And without an effective internet, AI can hardly survive. I strongly agree with you. There is need for high quality internet. But I will also remind you that in December 2022, we signed an agreement with Starlink that came to Nigeria from the US, Starlink of Elon Musk, where Nigeria happens to be the first country in Africa to have Starlink. And with Starlink, you will discover that in most part of this country, you will get up to 250 MB per second when it comes to downloading. And Starlink covers our entire landmass, which is approximately 920,000 square kilometers. In each and every part of Nigeria today, there is internet connectivity with Starlink. The coverage on our landmass is 100%. And the quality of Starlink is exceptional. There is no doubt about this. Secondly, in 2022, we also launched 5G. Some companies were given the spectrum for 5G like MTN. I believe one may sometimes argue with the quality, but definitely there is a significant improvement when it comes to 5G with regards to 4G, 3G, and others. So I believe with these two alternatives, in any part of Nigeria you are, you will be able to get the internet you need. When it comes to our higher institutions of learning, you may recall that in December 2022 also, the federal government of Nigeria approved the provision of unlimited internet to some universities and higher institutions of learning. I believe, for example, ABU Zaria is one of them, Gombe State University, one of them, ATB Bauchi, one of them, University of Lagos is one of them, and there are many universities in each and every zone. Each and every zone, we selected equal number of universities to provide unlimited internet for them. And this is very important. If you need more details, I spoke on the matter in my recently released book entitled A Scholar's Journey Navigating Academia. If you go through, I spoke on that matter extensively, and you'll discover many initiatives of government to support. In addition, I also spoke on the Nigeria Startup Act and the provision there for research grant, for startup funding, among many other opportunities, both in public and in the private sector. I do hope I have answered the questions. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, distinguished professor, and for this wonderful answers. So I think we can move to our lead speaker, Professor Mohammed Abdul, also for your answers.